Hi, micro folks. This is Professor Karen Carberry Go, and this is going to be a short video just to welcome you to General Microbiology, Biological Sciences 440 for fall 2020. As we're all aware, we're in this wild and crazy time of the COVID-19, the pandemic coronavirus. Um, Pandemic meaning a worldwide epidemic, a worldwide outbreak of this infectious disease. And as a consequence, we are going to be doing our fall 2020 general microbiology courses, both lecture and lab, online. So with this just short little welcome video, I just wanted to try to answer a few questions that I'm already receiving from folks. So with regard to how we're going to do the course, the lecture and labs will be recorded and then posted to our Canvas site. So think of our Canvas site almost as like your campus, right? Our microbiology lecture room and our microbiology lab room. But the challenge for some of you will be that we're going to have lots of quizzes and lots of exams, and those will be given during your normally scheduled lecture time. So both lecture and lab quizzes and exams will be given during your normally scheduled lecture time. So half of you are in the Monday, Wednesday lecture section, so you have to be available to do exams and quizzes Mondays and Wednesdays, 10:30 to 11:50. And then the other half of you are in the Tuesday, Thursday sections. So you too would have to be available Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10:30 to 11:50 to take your lecture exams and quizzes. Many of you have contacted me and said your work schedule wouldn't permit that. So unfortunately, folks, I'm just going to have to tell you then don't take this section of microbiology, right? Because we're just going to have to make that a pretty solid rule, right? That you have to be available during the lecture times to take lab and lecture quizzes. Okay, and exams. All right. And then, folks, let's see here. It is, of course, going to be a challenge doing online labs. If it weren't for this emergency, we would be doing the labs face-to-face, for we strongly believe that many of the techniques that you're going to be learning, especially aseptic and sterile techniques, really require practice. And in addition, many of the microbes we're working with, although they are what we call low virulence, meaning they don't have great potential to cause harm, but given the opportunity, they may. So if you or someone in your family, for example, maybe is immunocompromised, or if you have little children or pets, right? If you were doing these experiments at home, then there would potentially be danger to anybody who's immunocompromised or little children or pets. And so for that reason, we've chosen not to have you order the online microbiology kits, right? But we're going to try to substitute some safer experiments you can do at home. And they'll mostly be focused on microbiology and food. So these are going to be microbial experiments that maybe you do already, maybe your parents or grandparents did. We're going to be exploring hands-on the process of preserving foods in the absence of refrigeration using microbial fermentation, which is just so much fun, you guys. I hope you're really going to enjoy it. Okay, with regards to other kind of important requirements, since our quizzes and exams will be taken online, we are going to be using the Proctorio anti-cheating program. So if you're not using the Proctorio program when you take your lab exam, lecture exam, lab exams, or quizzes, then your score won't count. So for Proctorio in our Canvas lab orientation module and syllabus, there is the requirements, the computer software requirements for you to be able to run the Proctorio program. So again, folks, you can't take the course unless your computer can run that program. So you cannot take your lab or lecture exams or quizzes on your cell phone, or I think even a tablet might not work. So make sure that you have the computer requirements so you can complete the quizzes and the lecture exams. In addition, folks, you're going to be turning in a lot of assignments in lab. So you'll have to be able to either take photos and submit the photos of your assignments, or you'll have to have the capacity to do scans and send those in. And in addition, folks, we might have you do some videos, like recording yourself carrying out a specific procedure. So you'll have to have the capacity to make a video of yourself and then be able to submit that as part of your assignments. Okay, folks, so just really quickly, we're a firm believer in affordable educational material, so we are going to be using as our textbook the OpenStax microbiology textbook. Now, I'm a dinosaur, as you guys can tell, so I love having an actual paper copy of anything. So I went and ordered my OpenStax microbiology textbook from the OpenStax website, and this was, oh my gosh, you guys, it was only like $20 or $30. I was just blown away. But you will see that the OpenStax microbiology book is also available free online, which is just awesome, you guys. So this is going to be a major resource for lecture and lab. And then furthermore, folks, in lab, since we're having to kind of totally rethink our microbiology labs, and this was actually a coincidence, we chose to switch to a different lab manual, a lab manual that had lots and lots of photos and diagrams, and that is going to be a brand new edition of our Bio 440 lab manual, and it will be an e-book, so it won't be hard copy, although the publishers will let you make copies of the ebook. Like if there's an experiment or maybe a description that you really want, you can print it out. And in the welcome letter that I'll be sending you, I'll send you the link to order the ebook, and it's through Morton Publishers. Okay, and again, that's brand new. We're kind of excited about that. All right, and then folks, the first couple of weeks, it's always overwhelming. Even when it's face-to-face, people are overwhelmed. So just literally keep breathing. Don't give up, right? Just take it one day at a time. I took a fantastic How to Teach Online course this summer through Sacramento City College. And it was a great experience for me because it was like one of the few times I've taken an online course, and what I discovered for myself was it was really important to establish a schedule and be disciplined, so that I scheduled, like when I get up in the morning, I'm going to start working on my online class. I want to have a list of what needs to be done, what's due that week. And again, folks, because we have both lecture and lab components of microbiology, it'll probably feel like you're taking two microbiology classes at the same time, a lecture course and a lab course. So being organized is going to be really important. So in your Canvas syllabus, I've given you multiple schedules, maybe too many, but what I thought when I was taking my class online this summer, I was just so worried I would forget when a due date was. So folks, what you'll see, one of the files on the Canvas modules for our syllabus is you'll see this is a calendar of due dates. So honestly, for me, folks, I would like have this taped to the refrigerator. I tape things to my bathroom mirror, right? So I have to see them every day. So you'll always know what's due when, okay? And you can see, folks, once we get started, the first week is really rich in things that you have to submit, and I'll be checking these. If you're not submitting them, then I'll email you and say, hey, if I don't get these submissions, I'm going to drop you, right? Because we have so many people on our wait list that are kind of desperate to get this course, all right? So you have to show me week by week that you're actively involved in the course, otherwise you'll be dropped. And then, folks, once this is August, like right when we get started, and then into September, you'll see that a lot of the assignments are due Sunday night. So usually the cutoff is 11:59 on Sunday night. But folks, in September, do you see we're starting to have our proctored lab quizzes, proctored lecture quizzes, right? Then we'll work up to our bigger lecture and lab exams, right? So again, folks, I would really, really suggest that you keep this somewhere where you can check it every day and make sure that you're not going to miss any assignments. And then, folks, is another part of your syllabus, I have another schedule, and these are the schedules of the proctored lecture exams and lab exams and lab quizzes. So again, you might want to have this somewhere where you can see it so you'll be prepared. Make sure your Proctorio program is working properly. We'll do a couple of practice quizzes the first week or two to make sure we're all comfortable with Proctorio. Next semester will be the first time I will use Proctorio, so there might be a few bumps in the road, but I'm sure after we do a few of the quizzes, the proctored quizzes, we're going to be okay. And then, folks, also in your syllabus is a more detailed schedule. And again, folks, for me, staying organized is so crucial. So again, you might want to put this, somewhere where you can check it. A little bit of confusion is the way I do the schedule is I'll put M for Monday, T for Tuesday, right? So because we have a Monday, Wednesday section, Tuesday, Thursday section, we're doing the same things just on different days. So I'll put the date here, and then I'll put what we're doing in lecture, and then I'll put what your lecture reading assignment is and any other additional assignments here. And then this is for lab folks, again, the topic, and then the lab manual reading, any assignments here, right? Okay, so again, I would have this out where I can check it daily just to stay on track, right? Let me see here, folks. So one more thing, just skipping through this, is important dates. So November 17th is the last day to drop with a W, right? So if it's just not working out for you, maybe there's just so many complications going on that you're like, I think I need to drop the course and take it again another time. You want to make sure you do it before November 17th. And then, folks, two more really important dates are Monday, December 14th and Tuesday, December 15th. Those are our comprehensive lecture final exams, and they're 2 hours long. And do note, you guys, they start not at 10:30, but they start at 10:15, right? So I know that seems a long ways away. That's in December, but I think it's going to go by so quickly, you guys. All right. And then, folks, just one last little tidbit here. Again, this summer it was so good taking that online course. I was like, man, organization is crucial, having a schedule and then having your materials organized. So folks, I would definitely recommend that you get a 3-ring binder. Okay, 3-ring binder. And furthermore, folks, I would suggest you can make really simple little tabs. Like I just use sticky notes. In fact, I'll show you here. This is one of my binders for my online class this summer. And you can see this is not very sophisticated, but I just use little sticky notes to tab pages with important information that I knew I'd want to go back to over and over again, right? So just real simple tabs are going to be important. And folks, again, I know I'm a dinosaur, but as I said, I love having paper in my hand. I love having hard copy. So for me in my online class this summer, it was all given. There was no hard copy textbook. It was just a Canvas, just like what we're going to be doing. And so for me, what I like to do is I like to print out everything. And so I've started printing out some of our materials from our Canvas site. And you might say, well, why do you want to print them out? Well, this is what I love to do, you guys. I love to make notations. I love to highlight. I like to tab. And for me, being an old dinosaur, having hard copy, a physical copy, just works better for me. Now, I know a lot of you are just so good. You're so competent working everything online online without having to print it out. But for some of you that are struggling, it might be that you do need to print things out and have like this hard copy, kind of a physical copy that you can organize and tab, right? Might make it a little bit easier. Really important, folks, is if you're struggling, and believe me, you guys, face-to-face, people struggle in general microbiology. It's a huge amount of information to master. Touch base with me. What I can do is give you ideas of how I would study in school. Now, do remember, we're all different, right? We're all different. So the way I'm wired is going to be different from how you're wired. But I can share with you what I had to do in college, right, to master the information. And for me, at least, you guys, it took hours and hours and hours of work, right? So do consider if you have enough time to succeed, right? To me, folks, taking this introductory course would be almost the equivalent of a 20-hour a week, if not maybe 30-hour a week job to really master the information. So make sure you set yourself up for success. Make sure you have enough hours in the week to study. I know a lot of you have children, and I had both my children when I was in graduate school, and I can remember, waiting until 10 o'clock when the kids would be asleep so I could study. But certainly, folks, see if you can't get some help, right? And if your kids are older, maybe talk to your family and say, during these hours, I really need to study. Um, and I hope some of you, that if you have little children, that you can maybe get some extra help, some backup help. All right, folks, so I'll end this here, and there'll be another video where it'll be a screencast where I'll just walk through the files in our Canvas orientation syllabus, and I'll do the same thing with our Canvas. Oh, I said that wrong, you guys. We'll have a Canvas module on orientation. We'll have a Canvas module on the syllabus. So I'll make two separate videos just going over those really, really briefly. There's a lot of information, folks. Okay, so what we'll try to do is in the first week of class, or maybe the week before, I'll try to set up a couple of Zoom meetings, because it would be so nice just to be able to see your faces. And then probably at least once a week I'll be doing like a video just saying, okay, this is our plan of attack this week, you guys. This is what we want to do. These are our priorities. All right, folks, so I'm going to wish you all the best, and I can't wait to meet you through the ether. Okay, take good care.